Hello, my little artists. Now that we have watched our video on Da Vinci and learned a little bit about the Mona Lisa, we are going to have a little bit of fun with this painting today. Now, as you can see before me, I have two Mona Lisas. This one is the one you guys have, which literally just has her face and her neck and her hands. In this one, I've added some hair, a dress, and then I gave her a background. Now, where is Mona Lisa in my picture? Anybody tell? Is she at the New River Gorge Bridge? Yes. Now, was Mona Lisa ever at the New River Gorge Bridge? No. But that's what makes this lesson fun. We are going to take our blank Mona Lisa that you have, and we are going to add some hair and a dress. I'm going to show you how to draw that. And then you get to take the rest of class today to draw a background and color it in. And Mona Lisa can be anywhere you want her to be. You could do the New River Gorge Bridge like I did. You can put her on the moon. You can put her in Paris with the Eiffel Tower. You can put her at the beach. Anywhere you want. It's up to you. You get to use your imagination and you get to draw whatever background you want. So the first thing we need to do is grab our pencils. I've got my Sharpie. Now, if you want to go ahead and take a second and flip your Mona Lisa over and write your name on the back in your pencil, go ahead and take a second and do that. I'll give you about 10 seconds to write your name. Okay, once you have your name, flip your paper back over. And I'm going to show you how to add some hair and a dress. Okay, so everybody got the pencil? I've got my Sharpie, and let's get started. So we're going to start up here in the middle of her head, and we're going to start with this line. We're going to draw this line up and over, and it's going to be a big, giant S line, okay? So watch, I'm going to start her head. I'm just going to do a big S line. Okay, now from this edge, I'm going to make a little smiley face in. I'm going to come up right about here. I'm going to come up here and come in just a little bit. And this time, see, I'm going to take this line and I'm going to curve it so it touches this one. And I'm going to curve it down. Okay? So I'm going to start up here and I'm going to curve it down. And I'm going to make sure it touches this little smiley face. We'll curve that down. And then I'm going to draw a rainbow line going in a little bit. So I drew this down, make sure it touched that smiley, and then I do a little rainbow line here. Okay, now I'm going to come over here on her neck, down here towards the bottom of her neck, not all the way at the very, very bottom. I'm going to come up just a little bit. And this line, I'm going to draw a smiley face that comes over and touches our rainbow line and curves up to that curved line there. So it's just going to be a big curved line, like a big smiley face, like a big bowl. Okay, so I'm going to start here, and I'm going to curve it up. Now, does your hair have to look exactly like mine? Nope. Doesn't have to look exactly like mine. We're just giving her some hair. Okay, now the last line, as you can see, is this one. It looks like a big backwards J. So you can either start it up here and then curve it over to here, or you can start down here and curve it up. Either way you want to do it. I think I'm going to start here and draw that big smiley face and then curve it up towards where her ear should be, okay? So I'm going to start here. I'm going to curve it up this to her eye. Big backwards J. Now we've got one side of her hair done. And the other side of her hair is a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier to draw. Okay, now to do the next side of her hair, what we have to do first is we have to draw her shoulder. So I'm going to start here in the corner of her neck, and I'm just going to draw a diagonal line down a little bit, okay? So we'll start here, and I'm just going to draw a diagonal line down just a little bit, just a diagonal. And then I'm going to go back up to the top, not the top of her head, but up here towards the top of the first hairline we drew. And I'm just going to make a big curvy S line that comes down to the edge of this diagonal we did, okay? So I'm going to come up, kind of curve in and curve out a little bit. And then now we've got all of her hair done, and all we have to do now is finish her dress. Okay, so I'm going to start with her arm. So I've already got this line drawn. So I'm going to come down and out, and then I curve back in to the bottom of her wrist right here. Okay, so I'm going to come out and just curve around to make her sleeve look all poofy. We want a poofy sleeve. We'll come down and then just curve back in. Give her a big poofy sleeve. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and outline around her neck so you can see that a little bit better on my video. So we'll do her neckline, and then I'm going to do around her wrist just a little bit so you can see where her shirt's supposed to go. Okay, so I'm going to come up here by where her neck curves right here, and we'll come over a little bit, and we'll draw a little S curve down, but it doesn't go all the way down to her wrist. Okay, it stops a little bit above her wrist. So I'm going to come over a little bit. Just a little curved line down. Okay, now from the edge of her wrist here, I'm going to come up and touch this line and then curve in a little bit. So watch, I'm going to come up, touch this line, and then curve a little bit. And that makes her sleeve for her right hand. Okay, now from the corner down here at the bottom of her sleeve, we're just going to draw a line down to the very bottom of our paper, and that's going to be the edge of her dress. Okay? Okay, now we need to do her other sleeve. So we are going to start right here on this finger. Okay, so you got this first finger, and then see that big space in between her fingers? We're going to start down here on the very next finger. And as you can see, I come up a little bit, and then we'll make a diagonal line, and then it curves up to her hair. Okay, so we're going to curve all the way up to her hair, because this part of her hair is covering her shoulder. And we know her sleeve goes all the way up to her shoulder like this one, but we can't see it for her hair. So I'm going to start down here on this finger. I'm going to draw a diagonal line, and then it's going to curve into her hair. And then it curves up to her hair. Okay, now we're going to come over from her neckline here. We're going to come over to her hair a little bit, and we're just going to draw a line straight down. But we're not going to start at her hair. We're going to give it a little bit of room underneath, just a little bit of a space. And just go draw a straight line down, just a little one. Okay, now we're going to draw a rainbow line. We're going to start here on her thumb. Do you see her thumb right here? Okay, we're going to start back here towards the back of the thumb, and we're going to draw a rainbow line up to this line we just drew and over just a little bit. And that forms her other sleeve. And then over here, not quite at the end of her elbow, come in a little bit. We're going to draw another line down for the other side of her dress. And then the last thing we need to do is add the waist of her dress. So we're going to come up a little bit right here, and we're just going to draw not quite a smiley face, not quite a straight line. It's got a little bit of a curve just from one arm to the other. And that makes her dress. So now we have her hair and her dress done. So I'm not going to add any more details, because at this point you guys get to do whatever you want to do with your Mona Lisa. You can give her any background you want. I'm going to leave my New River Gorge Bridge up here in case you want to do that one. Or like I said, you can put her on the moon, you can put her in Paris, you can put her out in the desert, you can put her at the beach, you can put her anywhere you want. Let's look at my picture while you guys are finished in drawing. Did I fill in my entire background? Did I color my entire paper? Yes, the only thing I didn't color was her face and her hands. I left those in that gray from the copying machine. I just left those gray, but I colored everything else. I didn't color in my clouds, but they're white. So I want you to spend the rest of art today adding in some details, coloring. Now remember, I outline with a marker and I color in with a crayon. Okay? So you guys take the rest of art today, add in your backgrounds, color neatly, and I hope you guys have fun. And until next time.